Good afternoon, everyone. When I was asked to explore an art form, one that speaks to me and one that represents our culture, I didn't hesitate.
Same here. Among all the expressions of human creativity, one stood out to both of us. Not painting, not poetry, not music, but dance.
We chose dance because it's more than movement. It's more than rhythm. It's more than steps choreographed to music. Dance is storytelling. It is history written within the body.
It is a culture. It is a memory. It is an emotion made physical. In our case, it is a heritage.
Now, before we dive into a celebration of our identity, one that comes from our own soil,
let's start with something universal. Dance is a performing art. It's a series of movements, often rhythmic, often set to music that express an idea, a feeling, or a story.
But that's just the technical side. Because in reality, dance is ancient. Before we spoke with words, we danced. To celebrate, to mourn, to pray, to fight. From cave paintings to tribal rituals, dance was there.
Think about it. Every culture has a dance. African tribes with their earth-pounding stomps, classical ballet from Europe, India's Bharatanatyam with its complex hand gestures, even hip-hop born in the streets of New York. Dance evolves, but it never disappears.
Why? Because it's human. Because our bodies are the first instruments we ever had. And through dance, we shape air with intention. We make silence speak.
And that is why dance is art, because art at its core is about expression. Dance, like painting or poetry, connects us to something deeper, something spiritual, emotional, and shared.
Now, what happens when dance doesn't just express an identity, but a whole person?
let us take you to Bukidnon, to the mountains, the valleys, the green heart of Mindanao, to a celebration that brings together 7 indigenous tribes. We are talking about Kaamulan.
Yes, the Kaamulan, from the Binukid word amo, which means to gather. And that's what it is, a gathering. A coming together of Talaandig, Higaonon, Bukidnon, Manubo, Tigwahonon, Matigsalog, and the Umayamnon tribes.
Held in Malaybalay, Bukidnon. This isn't just a party. It's a ritual, a celebration, a reminder. And at the center of Kaamulan is, you guessed it, dance.
But this isn't your TikTok choreography. These are ritual dances, each one heavy with meaning. There's the Panubad Tubad, a ritual for the spirits. The Kandulang, which tells of courtship, and Sagayan, a warrior dance filled with strength and grace.
Each step, each beat of the agang, each shout and stomp, it's not just performance, it's preservation.
Because when a tribe dances their ancestral steps, they're not just moving, they are remembering.
In the world of skyscrapers and screens, traditions like Kaamulan reminds us that we have roots, that we come from somewhere.
And when we dance those songs, and our feet strike the ground in the same rhythm as our ancestors, we're not just dancing for fun, we're dancing to honor, to resist forgetting.
For the Lumad youth, Kaamulan is identity. For outsiders, it's education. For artists, it's inspiration.
And for us, as students, as Filipinos, as people who believe in the power of the culture, it is truth.
Kalimulan means a fusion of two meaningful words, Kalilang and Kaamulan. Kalilang is a festive gathering among Mindanao's Muslim communities, and Kaamulan is a Bukidnon term for social gatherings among the Lumad people. Kalimulan became a name that stands for unity, culture, and the celebration of heritage. Kalimulan's dance forms are rooted in the everyday lives of Mindanao's diverse communities. Each movement reflects their history, courtship, agriculture, war, spirituality, and survival. From the graceful hawk flight in the Binanog to the fluid nature of the Pangalan. For Kalimulan, dance is more than a performance. It is a function. It serves as a ritual, education, and resistance. The dances honor spirits, celebrate harvests like in Talik and Pangbubuan, and even express courtship like in Pig Agawan and Bobodsel Kayumatan. Through Kalimulan, communities find their voice. It preserves songs, beliefs, and memories, passing them on as a legacy. More than 3 decades later, Kalimulan continues to let Mindanao dance, speak, and be seen. Most recently through their performance, Huni ng Lihok, Pagsaulog sa Sayaw sa Mindanao.
Hi, so would you please introduce yourself first? So, hi, I'm Leia Jean Filikas, CUE and a third year student. I am a part of cultural dance troupe here in MSU IAT that is called Kalimulan. When and how did you decide to make your art a lifelong passion? Well, actually, wala din sa plano na mag-appel ko like cultural dance troupe kami sa IIT kay kanang kapuyan ko like responsibility balik kuan ko mag-appel di ba kami nga na kay sa mga rehearsal then tapos na yung mga event kay kanang kuan kailangan yun mas grabe nga kanang practice so kuan jud kanang gi-invite ko sa akong friend ani tapos wala dito sa plano mo appeal ko so namagod ko isa ka friend nga kanang gusto siya ma-appeal so ako siya giubanan then ato nga time kay kanang sa first rehearsal na ako na-appeal ay orientation mo to siya so okay lang kay lang explain ang kung saan naa sa nga grupo then atong pagka-rehearsal na dayon kay kanang okay ra siya tapos mas na engganyo ko kay atong time nga gikas na bitaw ko na nakasayaw na ko sa isa ka event hindi doon ako na-realize na ay dito hindi siya, lingaw mo din siya, tapos kanang makahatag siya like new learning, nga na po, o kanang fulfillment pa siguro, nga na.
What is your creative process like? And also, what are the challenges na imong na-face while learning and practicing your art?
I've mentioned ka kanina na kanang kapuyan ko like kanang mag-sige attend of rehearsal, kanang kanang kapuyan ko na times dito sa nga kanang mag-rehearse me tapos kanang ding exam tapos nga time kay kanang naamoy event nga kanang appeal to ka na class kay kanang paglisod dito ka og balance kung unsay mong unahon ang akad sa bawat imong kanang imong giapilan nga organization kay syempre ni commit gud ka ni appeal gud ka nga kuan tapos nakas ka tapos blindside ka ayon nga kanang nang dili ka magsulod-sulod or like gahinan gyud mo siya og time even though bisag busy ka sa akad kitagani gyapon nimo siya og time kay syempre ang commitment dapat naagi hapon
So, time management
o like
one
pinaka kuan challenge for me kay sa kuha kay lisod gyud kayo ang time management magligdala gyud ko nga part maglisod bisan sa akong akads
Pero kanang within the art, it maintains itself.
wala ra pud so far
So, wala mo ni like actions or anything na ginagawa na mag-isip ka.
like lahira man gyud ang cultural dance kaysa sa kanabitang mga hip hop ang hip hop kay feeling mas pas pero ang cultural dance hinay siya pero na yung mga kanang movements nga mas lisod siya or like libo ginana kanang kwantay ka kanang dili siya kanang familiar nga na bitaw so kanang siguro
So, nakatayan ka ng mga styles na kita sa ayos na
oh so far pero wala ra pud
challenge.
okay ra siya wala ra kayo ay correct.
Do you think schools and art institutions are teaching your craft well? And also, what could be improved?
Hindi naman siya, like, para sa ko, wala pa kayo ko since 2 years pa, or almost 2 years pa man ko sa aning grupo. So, So murag wala pa siguro kay ika suggest na improvement yet. So far okay naman siya. Nindot siya linaw and tagan kag ma-learn about other tribe food na ilang mga dances and asa sila gikan dyan in ilang regions nga.
How does your art help change how people see Iligan and the world?
Murag di ba if sa kaning among cultural dance through kay murag na preserve bitaw ang culture sa uban-uban na tribe. So kanang bisag dili siya dari within Iligan lang. Like dili lang sa diri sa Philippines murag mapakita pud siya bitaw sa kalahi-lahi nga tao, like dili lang sa Pinoy, dili lang taga Iliganon. So sa tibok world pud siya makita bitaw ilaang cultural heritage bitaw nga amo ang gi-preserve.
So that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you.